هذه الأخوة غير ذات أبي، بل إنها الأسمى من الرتب. في ديننا كانت أخوتنا فوق اقتصار الأصل والنسب. هذا أخي والأصل من عجم، هذا أخي والأصل من عربي. لله جئنا ليس يجمعنا عرق ولا للهو واللعب. هذه الأخوة غير ذات أبي، بل إنها الأسمى من الرتب. في ديننا كانت أخوتنا فوق اقتصار.
As Muslims, we know we used to start our name with a recitation of the glorious Quran. So we are going to call our Imam, who also serves as the Deputy Amir Dawah, in person of Sheikh Usama Ugas, to give us some recitation from the glorious Quran. Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. والذين إذا فعلوا فاحشة أو ظلموا أنفسهم ذكروا الله فاستغفروا لذنوبهم ومن يغفر الذنوب إلا الله ولم يصروا على ما فعلوا وهم يعلمون. أولئك جزاؤهم مغفرة من ربهم وجنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ونعم أجر العاملين. قد خلت من قبلكم سنن فسيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين. هذا بيان للناس وهدى وموعظة للمتقين. ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا وأنتم الأعلون إن كنتم مؤمنين. إن يمسسكم قرح فقد مس القوم قرح مثله وتلك الأيام نداولها بين الناس وليعلم الله الذين آمنوا ويتخذ منكم شهداء والله لا يحب الظالمين. وليمحص الله الذين آمنوا ويمحق الكافرين.
As this week, we really appreciate your presence. Jazakumullah khairan for honoring this invitation. Even though we short notice yet, we honor it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honor you. We are going to invite Brother Abdul Rashid Muhammad. Bismillah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. أما بعد, most of you already know what KIUMSA is, so just I'll be very brief in this introduction. KIUMSA basically stands for Kampala International University Muslim Students Association. So KIUMSA was formed in 2004 November in Ramadan. That is when the first students came, the first students of the first Muslim students of KIUMA came. And it was formed, the essence why KIUMSA was formed, it was so that it becomes a unifying body between all the Muslims in KIU, despite all the different backgrounds and the different nationalities. It was meant to nurture the Islam and the Muslims and to bring them together. So So basically, the aim of this talk is we are going to discuss where KIUMSA was previously, where it is right now, and where we hope it to be. And we are going to discuss this under three main structures, three main topics. So we are going to look at financial. Previously, where was KIUMSA? Where was it getting the money from? And da'wah and all that. So starting with financial, the sources of income previously, it was getting money from strong KIUMSA subscriptions. That time the Muslims were united, so everybody was paying their money. And at that time it also had running businesses, and there were grants from outside. Also there was a Friday contribution. Also the da'wah activities previously in the KIUMSA, there were strong da'wah activities. We used to have darsas in the masajid. The lecturers we used to teach darsas. We used to have community outreaches where we would go, we would send people to go and give da'wah to nearby masajid and all that. So we will sometimes also invite external chefs from Kampala, from Kenya sometimes even to come and give da'wah to students here. Understand? So also part of da'wah, KIUMSA was also helping the nearby communities. For example, is that masjid in Tagata, which was fully built by KIUMSA from scratch. There was also that masjid in Chizumo, which is up to date, still supported and funded by KIUMSA. Also, this Basaja masjid that we see here, previously it was in not so good shape. They are the ones who made it how it looks. Also in Basaja town, Shaka town masjid, that carpet, if you have noticed, it's similar to the previous carpet we used to have here. By the ones who also provided that one. Also, now previously the welfare of KIUMSA, welfare of the Muslim students here, being undertaken by KIUMSA, we used to have medical camps where we would go and give like free medicine and things like that together with da'wah in the nearby places. Obviously funded by the school and things like that. Also, every time freshers would come, it's KIUMSA will receive them, make for them small party, welcome them, show them the ins and outs of KIU. Basically, KIUMSA was like the bigger brother to every newcomer. As well as whenever people are leaving, KIUMSA will make for them a farewell party, where they were given certificates, those who are active in KIUMSA, in fact all of them. And they were given gifts and things like that. We were all like brothers and sisters. And the Muslims were united so much. They considered themselves family. They were together with each other, whether in good times or bad times. A brother will know when the other brother is sleeping hungry, when the other brother does not have feed because of one reason or another. Any bad issue of one brother, we will all share. And as you know, our problem shared is half solved already. So we also had academic groups where during that freshers, we will assign a senior student to take care of them, to take care of the freshers in the academic field. For example, a fresher comes and maybe some of them, a group of them have issues with anatomy. A senior student will be assigned to take them through anatomy. Another one will be assigned to take them through physiology, things like that. So now in discussing the history of KIUMSA, this is the list of the Umara of KIUMSA ever since it was started. Now this is as far as we could get. As you can see, in 2007, that was the man. In 2008, Omar Mbeki, and so on and so forth. So when you look at these people, some of them, they were up the peak of KIUMSA. As they said, it was during this man's time, Muhammad Adam. And he's the man who constructed the masjid in Chitagata. Ever since that time, KIUMSA has been declining slowly by slowly. Some were trying to reduce on the decline rate, but it was still a decline. None of them could match Muhammad Adam. May Allah reward him wherever he is. And today, here we are with Hassan KIUMA. We hope Hassan KIUMA and the next people will try to match Muhammad Adam. So now, when KIUMSA becomes good, strong, and all that, what is the impact? And these are not things that are theoretical. These are things we have seen. When KIUMSA was strong, this is what we had. When KIUMSA weakened, this is what we lost. So Alhamdulillah, because of the classes we had in the masajid, because of the strength of the KIUMSA, anybody who misbehaves outside there in the streets will be reported back to KIUMSA. And KIUMSA will deal with that person appropriately depending on that situation. So because of that, people had good conduct. Because of the masajid, people now, because they know KIUMSA is everywhere, they will still come to the masjid willingly. Which means now the darsa was full, the mosque was packed. Not like now where you find the people are less. And because of that, there was increase in Islamic knowledge among the people. People have good iman, good conduct, good relationship between the student and the student. There was also good relationship between the student and the staff. I remember there was this DVC who was called Sadiq. May Allah mention him wherever he is. He used to attend every single KIUMSA meeting, and when he was not able, he will assign someone to come and present him. Those were the days KIUMSA was KIUMSA. So the students and the staff are so close to each other solely due to Islam, not through any other lines. And that led to academic development of the Muslim students. Thus, there were less repeats, less dropouts. Not like right now, you'll find a class that has started with maybe 20 Muslims. They graduate with 2 Muslims who are originally from that class. Maybe there are 3 of them repeated from the class ahead. Things like that. When people are united, we achieve the goals. So, and with KIUMSA, all the Muslims in KIU with their diverse backgrounds, with different faculties, different roles in society, they all identify as one. As long as we are Muslim, we are one. And that's the beauty of Islam. So, to demonstrate that, I was trying to do some research about, we had this constitution in 2014, where there was a list of witnesses who signed it. And in 2014 I wasn't there, so I sent these photos, as you can see here, these ones. This one was called Abdul. He was previously, he was the Imam in 2015-2016. In 2016 he was in fact the acting Amir. The Imam at that, the Amir at that time was not there. So I thought that this message was really important, so I put here in the slide. Look at what he's saying. He's saying, Subhanallah, I can't believe this group. I came this program in 2013. I see the name of this young man, he means himself. He has seen himself in that list. May Allah forgive me. This made me nostalgic and scared at the same time. Nostalgic because I see a list of brothers and sisters that were like a true family to me. Amazing individuals. May Allah bless and reward each and every one of them. Scared because that was a huge responsibility. May Allah forgive me. Forgive me my shortcomings and my failures in fulfilling that responsibility. If these are the records available for us 10 years down the line, what about the records of Allah? We easily forget the mistakes we've done a few days as though it didn't happen. May Allah have mercy on us and erase our sins and shortcomings. This is the product of KIUMSA. This is the product of KIUMSA. The brother would even, this man is now an MO in Wajir County, Kenya, but he still feels that attachment to KIUMSA. He just saw the names and he was already feeling the nostalgia that comes with it. But right now, we shall come to where we are right now. So, KIUMSA, where it is right now. First of all, financially, all the incomes that we had previously are insignificant if they exist at all. Except one, the Friday contribution. The same subscription is just the unofficial basis, but it's really insignificant. There's nothing that happens. So, coming to da'wah, alhamdulillah, so far, the da'wah in the masjid continues, but the attendance is close to 0. As you've seen, it's 1 or 2 lines only. And that was not how it was previously. So, da'wah is actually confined in the masjid. Less people come for da'wah activities. There's Quran studies, Quran competition, and among others. We recently had the Quran competition before Ramadan. The first weekend of Ramadan. Who is even aware? Except those who participated and came to that masjid. And that road. Many of the students are not even aware that we had the Quran competition. So we used to have reward committee, and the people used to come and all that. But right now, it's just there, but there is nobody who comes at all. So when it comes to welfare, it has no impact at all. We don't even know the exact number of the Muslims, students and stuff. We don't know our own potential, and thus we can't utilize our strength. Probably there's a student somewhere or there's a staff somewhere who will better serve the Muslims than we do. But now we don't know him, so we can't utilize him. Probably we have a better imam, but we can't utilize him because we don't even know about him. So the aim of this sitting is now this. You can't change the history, but you can change now in the future. So one of the main problems that we are facing is KIUMSA has been left for the undergraduates. And because of that, right now KIUMSA is failing. So that's why we need the postgraduates to step up and be part of KIUMSA, because they are in reality part of KIUMSA. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. My dear brothers in Islam and sisters in Islam, let me start by introducing myself. I'm called Hassan Abdullah Muhammad, BMS program, currently 2.2, I'm a Kenyan. Previously I was a clinical officer. Abdul Malik, you're talking about the former student here, we work in the same hospital over here. That's why I'm also a clinical officer. I came here for extension. Currently I'm the financial controller, KIUMSA. I believe I was given the hardest task of where KIUMSA is. And before I start that, one of the main agenda we called for this meeting was this topic I'm talking about, where we want to be. That was the main topic. And it's all about inclusivity. What we called for this meeting was all about inclusivity. We want to bring lecturers, we want to bring postgraduate students. That's why you're going to see we have changed the name from KIUMSA to KIUMA. We have removed the aspect of student so that it sounds a bit of more inclusivity. One of the reason why I was given this, I believe, was that finance is the backbone of every Muslim activity. We cannot talk of Islamic activity without talking about finance, and that is the docket I'm holding. And the basic is that the saying of إِنَّمَا الْمُسْلِمُونَ إِخْوَةٌ, we want to bring out clearly. We are all one. And we take an example from our predecessors. The time of the Sahaba, Muslims used to live as one. And they have achieved a lot. When they were living as one, they have achieved a lot. We need to go now, we need to go ahead. Now they are four. We need to go ahead. The environment we live, there are Muslims who are sick, there are orphans. The person who is supposed to take this ummah to the next level cannot have an education because he doesn't have a father. The next person who is to save this ummah today is living the environment we live, and they are struggling just to pay 35,000 to Pasaja Primary School because they have no father. And I believe all these are the fathers of the orphan Muslim children. Is that not the case? Any orphan, and I think the Muslim scholars are here, the importance of taking care of an orphan. The Prophet has said, the one who takes care of an orphan, for him and the Prophet, the paradise, the Prophet will say like this. That means now the highest rank in the paradise. We can only do that if we combine our effort together. We combine the effort of the postgraduate students, we combine the effort of teachers, we combine the effort of each and everyone so that we work together and we make sure in the next 2 to 3 years, KIUMA, the new KIUMA we are forming now, will going to sponsor close to 50 orphans in the environment. Inshallah. Coming out of the program, the first bullet is our main problem is human resource. Every time we need to collect something, human resource, human resource. Now, what I was talking about inclusivity, brothers and sisters, we need your effort to take this religion further ahead. And that from now on, the association will be all-inclusive one. We change the name of the association of KIUMSA to KIUMA to include the postgraduate student. The KIUMSA constitution adopted in 2015 was also amended to accommodate the new changes. The constitution will go around. You will going to sign and you're going to see the changes we have introduced. We have introduced changes. And this, the procure you have, I have summarized example of the constitution. It will be going around. You're going to see all of the future plans. The future plans we have for KIUMA. Academic discussion between lecturers and students. People have different level of understanding. If we combine our efforts, and we'll be able to catch up with those who have less understanding of the concept, I think we are going to formulate with the lecturers in charge. The main point I'm coming is this highlighted KIUMA community outreach, the KCO. This is one of the main critical and important agenda we are formulating is KIUMA community outreach. KIUMA community outreach, Sheikh Abdul was talking about building a mosque, assisting Ummah somewhere, the medical camp and all those things. They all fall under KIUMA community outreach because that is outside KIU. One of it is that feeding program for orphans and needy. People, what we realize that in the level of provision that we have, the way people have, they are rich, the middle and the poor, the wisdom behind is that, I think all of you will agree, the provider is one. The provider for provisions is one, and that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the community you find some are rich, some are in the middle, and some are poor. Suppose now, all of Muslims we have could have been rich. And the religion is talking about charity. Whom will we have given? We will have nobody. So we need to understand the wisdom behind. And I just want to bring this important message to you. I come from northern Kenya, and we are part of Somalia, we are neighboring. Those are areas that are affected by droughts. You find a Muslim is coming all the way from Saudi and United Arab Emirates and Dubai, an Arab, who is economically at the same level we are today. He is traveling all the way to United Arab Emirates to northern Kenya just to find an orphan to sponsor. And you find in the neighbor, there is a contractor who has millions and millions. And his only way to see that a Muslim has traveled from all the way from Dubai to come and assist his neighbor. And he went back and he travels every Ramadan just to find someone to sponsor. While in the neighbors we have people who are dying of hunger, malnourished children, orphans who have no one to take care of them. I think the first one, feeding program for orphans and needy. We need to take advantage of the wisdom behind as to why we have differences in provisions. The reason why we have difference in provision is for us to take advantage. Some are rich, some are poor. Take advantage of the wisdom behind. The next one is medical camp. We have professionals here, Muslim professionals, postgraduate students, consultants are here with us. But the problem is that there is no program. There is no program for it to take advantage of to take them to the Muslims at the periphery. We need to take advantage of our effort. Imagine now, you have specialized in pediatrics, and a Muslim child is just nearby KIU environment. He has a simple condition, and there is no one to attend. He's spending almost 9 years in the medical field. We need to organize medical camp. We are going to come with you with program. Your role will be support KIUMSA financially. We cannot move ahead without finance. Finance is everything. Kindly support all those programs. We will have departmental level. I'm going to move each and every department with all the programs we have. What you need is your support. The last one, which is the buying cemetery land for Muslims. For those of you who are aware, one of the students, medical student, the third year student, has died in this KIU hospital. He involved a fracture while he was playing with his colleagues. And then he died at the hospital. People were running up and down to find where to bury. They are approaching other people just to give them a land, and they said no. The Above Mentioned program will receive the funding from the SIMSTAR subscription that will be collected every 4 months from all Muslims in KIU. What we have decided is that with your help and suggestions, is that we are going to have SIMSTAR subscription program every 4 months, we are going to collect money from all the Muslims in KIU. Every 4 months, we have a fee collection from all Muslims in KIU. And those programs will exclusively sponsor the programs I have called it KIUMSA Community Outreach, KCO. I talked about feeding program for the needy and the orphan. I talked about medical camps and any other activity that is suitable and will going to uplift the life of Muslims. We are going to have 4-month basis. Every 4 months we are going to have an activity. Every 4 months we are going to have fee collection and activity. That means in a year, KIUMA will going to conduct 3 activities. In every year we are going to conduct 3 activities, which is for the needy, the orphans, the poor, the medical camp, and also for the mosques and other activities. Any activity that the Shura, the Muslim Shura Council will find it suitable, that money is going to finance. To guarantee the proper use of this fund, the Shura Council will audit the association account every 4 years. Just to gain your trust, what we have decided is that every 4 months what we collect, we're going to have an oversight committee. It will no longer be a matter whereby I'm collecting the money, I'm the one who's spending, and at the end of the day, there is no report that comes out of it. We are going to have a Shura Council comprising of 7 members. 7 members, 2 postgraduate, 4 KIU staff, both from the hospital and the university, and 1 member who is the previous KIUMSA association. We are going to have 7-member Shura committee. They will going to do an oversight of how the money will going to be spent. I can guarantee you as the financial controller, at the end of every month, we are going to have a report, and we're going to put in your WhatsApp group that what you have spent, how it has been utilized, and what activity has been used. That one I can guarantee you. So that at the end of the day, every day, everybody will have a confidence. Whatever he has given out has reached the Muslim community. The Shura Council will advise on how to allocate the fund to different programs and the KCO. That was the end of the bulletin. Final message I want to pass before I give it to Dr. Said, just 1 minute. Everybody is here for a mission. For me, I'm a Kenyan. I traveled all the way from northern Kenya just to 5.5 year program, 5.5 years program here. Masters student the same. Also lecturers. At the end of the course, I'm going to be awarded a certificate that I have done Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. Is it enough for me to take it back at home? I believe it's not enough. Because at the end of the 4 years, at the end of 5.5 years, beside the certificate, what have I done for the Muslim Ummah? Those few remarks, thank you so much. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you.
Was the Pioneer Student 001 here in Shaka, but I was already advancing. I've been in this medical career for the last 22 years. I remember leaving this KIUMSA, we had some few things which we contributed. We made a cupboard, we had printers, we had what, we had a stationery shop apart from the ad, and then we had also a photocopy machine. Those were income generating during our time. And whether you are in KIUMSA or not, as long as I am Umi here standing, I'm a Muslim lady, and I know new students are coming, take that initiative. Go and welcome the others. For example, some my colleagues didn't even know that we have a mosque here. Isn't that very sad? They were saying they were going to, and I said we have a mosque in the university. They didn't know that we have a mosque in the university. So these are the gaps, and these gaps are not going to be filled by angels. It is us here, me and you, who are sitting here to fill them. So for these many remarks, let me hope, pray, and wish this will be our new foundation for KIUMSA or KIUMA for now, which is going now to establish this forever. Because you know, when you leave behind, you leave something, you leave a legacy. Who comes after also matters, either to continue it or to break it. That's why for me I was shocked, because I knew when I left, we were milestones away. And I was expecting bigger things, because we had very aggressive members in the association by then. And just like my brother Hassan had put it, you come here, you get your certificate. But is it all? Huh? That's why you know everybody will be asked. Everyone is masulia here. You met this person, did you try to do something? Did you try to help this person? Did you try to do this? Did you try? All those things. You met here a masjid. At least, did you ever sat down and at least come up like, I need to maintain this? So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I wish you success. We are here to support you whenever there is need, as much as we are very busy, but we are here.
For this opportunity of being here with you. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be very beneficial to all of us and to the entire world. Actually, I'm not going to say much, like how you give us 1 or 2 minutes. My humble advice is to follow what she has told you. What she said was in my mind. On top of what she said, add on one thing. Though I put it, I've seen it on the list of things that have to be this. To enjoin good and forbid evil. Let it not be a formality that it's there. Enjoining good and forbidding evil. This is a commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is a sunnah, it's a way of life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So it is a responsibility for all Muslims. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat lin-nas, ta'muruna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna 'anil munkar wa tu'minuna billah." This is something very, very important.
هذه الأخوة غير ذات أبي بل إنها الأسمى من الرتب في ديننا كانت أخوتنا فوق اقتصار الأصل والنسب هذا أخي والأصل من عجم هذا أخي والأصل من عربي لله جئنا ليس يجمعنا عرق ولا للهو واللعب هذه الأخوة غير ذات أبي بل إنها الأسمى من الرتب في ديننا كانت أخوتنا فوق اقتصار الأصل والنسب يا باسما ومناه يسعدني إن كان أنت أنا فما عجبي صفا بصف في الحروب وما أخشى على نفسي من الكرب صفا بصف في الحروب وما أخشى على نفسي من الكرب هذه الأخوة غير ذات أبي بل إنها الأسمى من الرتب في ديننا كانت أخوتنا فوق اقتصار الأصل والنسب.
Look at your future plans. They are ambitious and very good. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them. But then the challenge is one. These ambitious plans, like acquiring land, feeding poor and so on, you cannot sustain them, you cannot afford them if you don't have proper funding. So for me, I would like to suggest and propose that soliciting sources for funds should be #1 agenda for the future plan. Because without this, it's like having a house without support. If you have a house on a poor foundation, it will collapse. Many associations that collapse because they don't have proper funding. Right now, like you have, even this feeding, we are supported by the chairman. How about if next time we say there are no funds for feeding? What will happen? Now, I would like to ask to also have a list of all these and all these, the alumni of this place. Maybe you can bring the doctor. Are you alumni? Yes, that's Isa, and then many others. Dr. Imam, my friend. So that these ones, the list should be long. Because from 2004 up to now, one should expect more than 100 who are Muslims. Am I wrong? These are the people who should be there, put their hands in the pocket and say, let us do this. And for me, I would like to also put one proposal to the chairman, the past chairperson of the association. Chairperson? Okay, fine, maybe. Let us have a proposal for a circle in place. If we can have a proposal for a circle, you can brainstorm which circle. The vehicle, the house for vehicle, or what? So that we begin a small circle, and then the circle can grow bigger, building up man. Now this maybe can help. We are giving even fun open the door. This is very good. I agree with that. We should begin something which is sustainable, which can outlive us. Of course, being students come and go, but this situation will stay. The proposal for a circle, let us go beyond the staff of KIUMA, okay, of KIU. We can go as far as Kampala. We can go as far as international community. Why not even Nigeria? Why not even UK? We can target even the international Muslim NGOs like Muslim Aid UK, the Islamic Development Bank, and so on, with our proposal and say, you can this. That means that if we can make a big proposal, building of man, we can even end up with a coaster, who knows, and say this is a project by KIUMA. So let us fight.
Inshallah. Second, the people of that, the circle with the property, inshallah, whenever it's time for it, Prof may be.
Try to distance yourself from organizations that organize themselves to disorganize others. So let us try to show example of good youths in Western campus. When we do that, others will learn from us, and when they learn from us, you know what you are spreading indirectly. You are spreading the kalima tawheed.
So anyway, a lot has been said, and I think what is just required is for the executives to go back all the notes that we have jotted down. Let us see how are we going to walk the talk. Let us walk the talk. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always measured walk, not talk. So that is why Allah says, "Alladhina amanu wa amilu solihat." Those who that believe and walk.
Me myself, I'm among the first groups of KIU. I joined here for degree in 2006 when it was a village. And I know how the union was working. They were the ones who received us, they introduced us to the community, and even in Ramadans, there was no hotels, nowhere else to eat. The community was just led by the mosque. At that time, the union was a guide. You know, some of these students who come, they are very juniors. I know some of our sisters who started wearing hijab when they joined the university. Boys who became better. It was a learning center for both secular and the religion. And I think because of the big city now we have as a Shaka, people are not even getting time together. But all is not lost. So on behalf of the postgraduate student, I would like to commit ourselves to the union. We stood with the union in terms of ideas, contributions, even the medical camp. I think we will take the lion's share among the students, inshallah.
So that's all I want to say. So I ask KIUMSA members, since you now you've called it KIUMA, please utilize her position. Utilize Dr. Mungu, his position, and others. She's saying, in your calling, you jump some steps. And when you remember my call, I gave you, and I said, call this, call this, call this. These are the prominent people in the campus. If you call this one will bring this one, you call this one. And when they come and they get them on the ground, whatever will be missing, everyone will be going and fighting and say, let me come up for it. Dr. Mungu is saying, substitution immediately. Isa is saying, construction of the masjid. Professor is saying, circle. You see how they are brainstorming? If you give us a chance, all of us, if we had a lot of time, sincerely we will get out of this room with so many ideas. So I'm requesting the KIUMSA members and the heads, please, use these people and use your members, maybe the KIUMSA can come to that idea. The medical camps, she is saying, they can come back, because you have the doctors, they are here. Why can't we use them? So I thank the team, Dr. Omi and the team, Dr. Mungu, those who facilitated this gathering, because I know that they are the brain behind the organization, and the KIUMSA members, those who are organizing. Thank you very much for the run, for the iftar, and for the donation, and for the good communication. And I pray that KIUMSA goes to the higher levels. I want to see it high. Thank you very much.
لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت